I've been juicing in the Nama J2 juicer for almost a year and a half now. And in the beginning, I was using the recommended layering guide that Nama provides, which is putting the loose leafy greens on the bottom layer, so like the lettuce, the cilantro, the parsley, the mint, and then on top of that, the citrus fruits, so the squishier, juicier fruits like oranges, grapefruits, lemons, limes. And then on top of that, the heavier items like the root vegetables, carrots, beets, and celery. And the idea behind this is that the heavier items and juicier items will push down the greens and it will juice through the juicer easier. Now, what was happening for me is that the greens being on the bottom were getting wrapped around the blades. So after I was finished juicing a batch, I would have to open up the hopper and pull out the bunch of wrapped greens around the blade, so I'd have to slide them off and then put them on the side and then add some more produce in there to kind of mix in and get them down. So what I started doing is I cut up the greens. So I lay out my cilantro and I chop it up in sections, my mint, my parsley, whatever herbs and greens I'm using. And then I sandwich those greens in between. So in between the layers, the lower layer and the top layer. And what I found is that the juicing process was just seamless. It worked so beautifully. So when the juicer starts to spin, it grabs those juicier and those root vegetables and pulls in those chopped up greens and mixes them in beautifully. So when I'm done juicing, there's no greens left behind. There's nothing wrapped around the blade. I don't really have to clean it in between because I don't have to stop and pull those bunched up greens off the blade. So it makes juicing even faster and even more seamless and easier and fun to do. And so you might want to give it a try. It has worked wonderful for me. Happy juicing.